Can you see my coffee?
I did see your coffee. You're going on a new one now.
Yeah. Hello, how's that?
It says you're live now.
Hello, people. How's it going? I'm drinking some coffee. It's flippin' cold here in PE, Hermanus, from Dorset. Hey, Katie, how are you? Can you hear me talking to you, Katie? Hello, Gareth. It's working, bro. So can you hear me talking to you? You can, hey? Excellent. Hello from freezing Cape Town. Janine Baker. It's flippin' cold here as well, eh? It's flippin' cold. It's flippin' cold. Morning from Surrey. Hello, Desmond. I hope it's nice and warm in Surrey. Hello, Veronica. Hello, Ian Wedderburn. He's got to be my number one oak. Thank you, Ian. I really do appreciate you always coming onto my site. See your kitty cat. You can see my kitty cup. Yeah. Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me talking? Yes, you can. Thanks, Katie. And now, what are you doing, Katie? Tell me where you're from. How's it? 142 already. Loud and clear, Gareth. Yeah. You know, I just thought we'll have a chat today because, hello, Brendan. Hello, Donna. Hi from London. Nicole Breed. Good morning, Uncle Baz. How's it? Colleen, Hadi. Hello from Windy George. Hello, Butch. Good to see you. How's it, Butch? All the way from East London. Butch is with this really cool program called the BNI, which is the Business Network International, and you can get hold of Butch Kutsia. He's a mate of mine. Go and have a look, and if anybody wants Butch's number after the show, I'll give it to you. He's a really cool guy. And also, Butch invested in one of my digital business cards. If anybody wants to know about my digital business cards, another person that's taken one, Lyle English. Hello, Lyle. Very good. Greetings from Northern Ireland. Please give me a shout, or speak to Lyle or speak to Butch. They've both got a digital business card from me. It's my new business, guys, because I'm sitting at home doing sort of basically nothing. So if anybody wants to know more about my digital business card, please contact Sandy at barryhilton.com, and we can work from there, because it's my new sort of way to earn a living until this terrible thing comes down. Hello from Galway Island. Hello, Hilton Turner. How's it, guys? Jessica, how's it? Môre Ian from Blairgowrie. How's it, Baz? Pietas from Bogner. How's it? Bogner. Hello, Shanton. How's it, Bobby? From Camberley. Where the hell is Camberley, Bobby? Morning, Michael. From Pullenshope. A lot of people are living in England, eh? Sure. How's the boys' temperature? Perfect. 36 degrees. Thanks, Pierre. Everything's fine. Greetings from Oz. Nathan. Hello, Nathan. Botswana. That must be a really lovely place to stay, Nathan. Give me a shout about that, Botswana. Gary Whitson from Durban. Hello, my cousins. Let me just turn this up so I'm not looking down so much. I'm just going to do this. It's sort of, I think it's a bit better. There we go. That's sort of more like it, I think. How's it, my cousin? 299 people already. Okay. What do you think we should start the conversation? Hello, Vivian from Scotland. Thank you. Bridget Warmans, how's it? What should we start the conversation about this morning? Let's start off. Somebody give me a topic and we'll go from there, my cousins. People, you know, I've been doing a lot of things on the net, if you will. It's quite amazing how people are industrious and they make things going. It's hanging well, Gary Smallberry for Broncos Spade Garden. How's my son doing? Angela Naitu, my son's doing brilliant. I've got 5, so which one? How's it, Michael Higgins? So I don't know if you folks saw my Facebook page. Did something really funny happened the other day? And if you have heard it, just forgive me. But when we had the public holiday was it about 10 days ago now? My boy Jack, who's 10 years old, he absolutely loves He loves playing with Lego, and he actually put a piece of Lego in his mouth when he's searching for other, and he swallowed the bloody thing. So he comes rushing downstairs, screaming, I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. So I tried to calm him down. I said, yes, I know you're going to die, but you still got a few years left, about another 100, so you're fine. You know, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. What's the matter, boy? I've swallowed this Lego. Wow. So my wife then sort of got into wife-mum panic mode, which is fair. I'll do patience for you just now, Angela. So we phoned the doctor, but alas, it was a public holiday, so the doctor wasn't available. So we phoned another doctor, and they weren't available either. So in desperation, my beautiful wife, Sandy, actually phoned our vet. If you believe that, she phoned our vet. And, so in panic, and said to the vet, listen, there's a big problem with Jack. He's just swallowed this piece of Lego. And the vet says, wow, really? What size was it? We determined it was one of those little pinky ones with a one pippy on the top. So she said, hold on. So she contacted another vet, and then together they worked out that we had to give him some sort of laxative type thing, you know. And it's funny how life is, that we, in times of need, you just pull in together, and we ended up taking our child to a vet. So it's pretty cool about this, you know. The only trouble, the medicine she gave him now, he's been cucking in the garden ever since. And we were pulled over by a policeman the other day, and my boy constantly barked at him. So I don't know what's actually going on, but it's okay. You know this one from yesterday. Thank you, Kaylee. But anyway, so it's cool. So we got a lot of people, 364 people. Hello, Sheila. How's it going? Sheila. Hello, Shalina. How the hell are you, girl? Shalina was a big part of my life growing up. Sheila Parker, if you want to call her now. Shalina actually was orchestrating all the dances for the clubs that we used to work in as comics, and it was a really good jaw those days. Remember that, Shalina? It was really, really cool. Great fun. So back in the days, you could actually talk. Nobody would get offended about stuff. Look, clearly, I've never done offensive comedy to anybody, but some oaks, you know, they sort of take exception to some shit like that. Now, you can't say anything. You know what I'm saying? You've got to be careful. You've got to say, so there was this person that bumped into another person, and they didn't do anything because otherwise I'd offend you. That's the type of jokes. So it's quite amazing. So now we got to think of other stuff. The only trouble is I don't like politics. It's a pain in the ass for me. I'm sick and tired, and I think it's about time they put somebody behind bars. I really, really do. But anyways, let me talk about the runway bar. Back in the days in the runway bar, people used to throw subjects at me, and I would just give them a joke on it. So it was really cool. So let's try do that. Just give me a one-word topic, and I will give you a joke. Nice to see you live, Carol. How's it? Who's going to give me a joke? Come on. Your days in the Mayfair Club with all the Lebs. Brother, Lebanese oaks, I smoked them stickant. I used to do a joke about that, about a Lebanese oak walking past the greengrocer shop, and he checks this pumpkin. He puts the pumpkin under his arm and claps it down the road. And the policeman stops him. He says, what are you doing with that pumpkin under your arm? He says, no, sir, this isn't a pumpkin, it's a bicycle. He says, when it's a pumpkin. And the Leb sort of looked at his watch and said, don't tell me it's 12 o'clock already, bro. So there we go. You have to be sharp, you know, when you live in South Africa. Spur, how's that? When you want to joke about the Spur, Carol? That's fantastic. Here's a joke about the Spur. I've got 6 children, so you can imagine when you go to the Spur, it's always, you go there with 6 kids and you crack like, hi, I want a table for 8, please. As close to the PlayStation as possible, please. And I've actually worked out there's some industrious waiters in that there, because what they do, they've worked out that kids only eat those little pizza things you get at the Spur, or those potato croquet things with a little face on it. So what they do, but the kids never finish it because they spend the whole time in the play section. So industrious waiters buy 2 potato croquet plates and 2 pizza plates for the whole night, and that they just circulate those plates the whole time, and they're making extra money. So I think that's sort of time up there. But the Spur is cool. You want a one-word topic? Rottweilers. Yay, my bro. A Rottweiler. I got a Rottweiler. Let me hold you here, Stefan. I used to have a Rottweiler, and she was a beautiful girl, beautiful. And we could talk. We actually conversed, and she said to me one day, Baz, because we were close, am I a Rottweiler? I said to her, yes, you are, actually. She said, do I weigh 57 kgs? You actually do. You weigh 57 kilograms. Can I snap a human femur with one bite of my jaw? You flippin' can. The way you chow those ostrich legs, you can do it instantly. Would you say that humans are scared of me, particular burglars and that? Yes, you're a Rottweiler. And she cracks, so why'd you call me sugar? What am I going to do? Bite the oak and give him diabetes and hope COVID gets him? No, I don't think so, bro. So Rottweilers, they were great dogs. I really miss my dog. You want to joke about Clifton Brandy, Michael Evans? There used to be a joke about that. Eh? O goes into the pub and he says, Barman, Clifton all round. Barman gives a round. Barman, another round of Clifton. He gives another round. Barman, third round of Clifton. The barman said, hang on, bro, you haven't paid me for the last two. He said, well, I got no money. The barman jumps over the counter, blixims him, throws him out. 2 weeks later, he's back in, he tunes, Barman, Clifton all round. But none for you, bro. You got mull after two. You want to joke about tattoos? Jacques from Amanus. Hello, Jacques from Amanus. My very good. Well, my sons are full of flippin' tattoos. I'm not sure if my daughter's got a tattoo, but I know that the 4 boys who live sort of out of the house, they've got tattoos everywhere. And I just do not understand this. When you make a tattoo, Oaks, when you make a tattoo, I understand it's for you and it's your personal thing, but the meaning is lost to 99.99% of the people. Have you noticed? You always have to end up explaining what your tattoo is, because people like looking at you and thinking, who's this flippin' act? And then what's that tattoo mean? And then you go, well, actually, it means we are beings from another galaxy and we are motivating ourselves to mix with the humans via Star Trek Discovery, and we're going to make a plan. What a lot of cuck. I'm saying, if you got this weird tattoo, put a subtitle under it so we don't have to ask you. You know what I'm saying? So we can look at this like cuck tattoo on your elbow here with a subtitle that says, bro, I'm never going to get pissed again. Okay? Or you can have this weird tattoo over here, or one on your nose or some cuck like that. I'm never going to take LSD again. So that will be more interesting. But my son, my one boy, Robin, I love him to pieces. I do. I love him to pieces, Robin. But he's got this massive tattoo of Africa here. It's sort of like this. There's the bulge of Africa, and over here it's big. It's quite down to about here. It's big, and it's in sort of the right measurements, if you will. So I said to him one day, Robin, tell me about this tattoo. He says, Dad, what are you talking about? This is Africa. Because when kids talk to you like that, they turn Lebanese. I don't know why. Like, Dad, this is Africa, brother. This is Africa. Check, there's a lion. Check here, Dad. And there's like the veld here, Dad. And here's the Cape, my brother. Because I am African. And people must know that I'm Africa. So I said to him, well, why'd you stay in London, bro? Is anybody going to answer to that? Hello from Tehran. Tracy van Heeren in Tehran. Somebody's in Tehran. Joke about Durban curry. I told that joke a few times, Tim, but it's pretty cool. Actually, it's not cool. It's very, 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 very hot. There's a very funny thing that I did have. Let me see if I can find this about the chili eating competition. I wonder if I can get it. Let me see if I can find this, X. And I will read it to you. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Can you see if you can find it here? There's the jokes, chili. Now I want to read this one. See if you can take it and go the chili. You want to joke about snooker, Kevin? Mm-hmm. Kevin, you want to joke about snooker? Have you listened to snooker on the radio? It sounds like a blue movie. Have you listened to it? It's like, he's got his balls on the cushion. He's just put some protection on his cue. Yes, he's kissed the pink ever so gently. It looks like he's going round to take the brown from behind. Have you got it there?
No, I don't know.
Curry. Let me just see. Bear with me, Oaks. I've got this really funny story about chili. And it's really funny. Let me just see here. Just bear with me, Oaks. Bear with me. We'll get it there. I promise. I promise. I promise you. I promise. I promise. Chili. I'm going to do it now. And chili, chili, chili. How can you search chili? CHILLI. Now I've got to do this. CHILLI. There we go. Search. No jokes. Curry. Chili eating competition. Eating. Okay, never mind. I'll carry on. I thought I had it, but it's not. It's really cuck. So it was a really, really funny, flippant joke I was going to tell you. But never mind, Oaks, never mind. So what should we talk? Your worst hair salon experience. I don't know if you checked the other day when I made that thing. I went to get my hair cut, Lou Moller, and my hair was so long, it was like this, Oak here. You can see that's what I used to be. It was Barry Hilton when I started, that Moorse afro. So my hair grew to a massive afro like that. And I went into the hairdressers to get it cut. And these oaks looked at me in shock. And they sort of pulled straws. Not to see who would cut my hair. To see who would actually sweep it up afterwards and sort of move it out. There was such a lot of flip in there. It's good. So I'm an African American. But I am white. Well done, Elderus de Lang. Well, I'm an African American. But I am white. Do you live in America, Elderus? Because I found out, and there's nothing wrong with being an African American, but I think the Americans helped that because not to generalize people, just to show people who they are. So you can be a Chinese American, you could be an African American, you could be a Scandinavian American, or whatever. But I've worked at it. I've got an uncle, a great uncle, that lived in Boston, Massachusetts. So basically, that makes me an American African. Doesn't it? I think so. But you know what it should do? It should make us all the flippin' same. There's no time for hating everybody. Creepy crawly Adrian, that's a flippin' long joke. Lackerberry. Joke about cats. Can I tell you a joke, Jens Thunder, about cats? Hey, my giddy aunt, when I was about 12, I remember writing this joke. There was a cat who swallowed a ball of wool, and it had mittens. Now the funny thing about that, I was 12, I didn't know anything about sex and stuff like that, so it's because of my parents' kittens, and I just put it to mittens. How about doing a David Attenborough impression? Okay, I'll do it for you, Bobby. Yes, here I am, due to lockdown, I have had chance to now service my car. The car that stays in its natural abode, formerly known as a garage, not to be confused with other models of Toyota and Mercedes, perhaps, who in their natural habitat are in the backyard, balanced precariously on bricks. To service your car, you must wait until it is very calm and warm to the touch. So open the bonnet and feel again the temperature of this idling monster in sleep mode. Using tools that have been used, of course, for years and years, I started to service my car and look down and notice a rather large pool of water on the garage floor. Assuming immediately that the water was made from the air conditioning unit, which is now switched off and therefore condensates and collects under the water. But with further inspection, I realized that my car is a 1959 Morris Minor, void of any form of electronics, save the manually operated wind-down portal that you can use to buy cell phone chargers, hats, and various other useless items at traffic lights. So a quick change of points, plug and condenser was all was needed to get my 1959 Morris Minor up and running again for at least a few more 1,000 miles. Coming back to the puddle on the floor of the garage and deducing that it could not have come from a air conditioning unit, I relied on my skills of traveling around the world and realized instantly that perhaps there is a crocodile lying underneath the Morris Minor with a very, very weak bladder and, of course, no toilet etiquette. How's that, Barbie? Is that okay for you? Jeez, yeah, it was quite a lot. My flipping hands are getting cold. Okay, you want to joke about hotels? There's a joke I used to tell about hotels. A serious Dutchman goes to a hotel, they show him into his room. He says to the bloke, listen, luister, just because I'm a boer, Darren, think, you can give me this cock room, with a fan and sliding doors. I said, I'm really sorry, sir, but this is just the lift. Yes. And the oak looks up, he says, yeah, isn't modern technology bloody amazing, that small little fan can lift us all up like this, There we go. Dag a joke, please. Dag a joke. Which one? Pilot joke. The pilot joke was many, many years ago with the pilots landing in Heathrow Airport, and they said, where are you from? We're flying from Air Africa. Where are you? Can you give us your height and position? The guy says, certainly, I'm 5'6" and in the front. So they come in to land like a... And the one says, "Mon bro, this is the shortest runway I've ever landed upon, bro." And the other oak cracks, yeah, but it's certainly the widest. You know what I'm saying? How about that? Hi from Goodwood in Cape Town. Goodwood, Leslie Jowell from Goodwood in Cape Town. Do you like cats? Betty to Commandant. Do you like cats? Well, I want to pose a little thing for you. I have got 6 children. So there we go. That might tell you. Joke about worshondies. Sausage dogs. Joe Parker told a brilliant joke about that. He said he had a little Maltese poodle. He stayed in a townhouse at the time. He had a Maltese poodle who was on heat. And they had a sausage dog that was trying to take advantage of this Maltese poodle. So without being sort of cruel or anything, what they did was they put a little barricade at the top of the stairs where they put the Maltese poodle, and they let the sausage dog try and climb up the steps, but it sort of got caught every time you're on it when it's tall. So there we go. You missed a spur joke. I've done a spur joke, Keith. Hey? You want to joke about biltong? There is so much construction going on now in South Africa. It used to be. So much construction in South Africa. If you put a piece of meat on a corner in any area in Joburg, if you come back 3 months later, it's built on. That's funny. Yeah, Michael DePina. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. Michael DePina. People might know my very dear friend Michael DePina from the Vodacom adverts that were hysterically funny. Yebo gogo, Michael. I really liked that one when you were in the leopard skin G-string. Remember that one? That was really cool. That was really, really cool. An Indian joke. Peter John Indian. I don't know if you can tell Indian jokes anymore, but South Africa we can. Do you know what I'm saying? It's cool. I was a Lone Ranger and Tonto were chased by all these Indians, and the Indians was going like, "Stop, man! I got a special prize," because everybody, the Indian people in South Africa are the most focused people. You know, they sharp it out there. Mommy, I want to poo. Do you want that? Really? Okay, Tim Severia. Okay, you must.
Lots of people want an Indian joke.
Want an Indian? I've done it. Yeah. Mommy, I want to poo. Have you ever noticed, Oaks? We've all got kids, and have you noticed? You can always tell if your lighty is playing in a garden, and then they cuck themselves. because they know they make a number one, and if the we comes out a little bit, but then they forget about it. But they forget that after one is two. You know what I'm saying? And he always knows when the lighty leaves it too late and cooks himself. He's playing in the garden and does an impression of a meerkat. Remember that? Like, ooh. That's true.
Ben, Dean wants to know who makes you laugh.
Who makes me laugh?
So
Richard Pryor makes me laugh. Billy Connolly makes me laugh. My wife, Sandy, makes me flip and laugh. Not because she's funny. She just says some weird stuff at times. You know what I'm saying? We were talking about petrol stations the other day, and she said, "You know, Barry, I know why that engine garages are so popular." And I said, "Why?" She said, "Because every car's got one." I said, "What?" She said, "The engine. Isn't it? That's what it means." I said, "No, it's not. You got to love her, bro. You got to love her engine garage." Joke in the parking area for disabled. Oh, remember that? I used to do that, Susan Holmes, Estates. I personally hate people who park in disabled areas. It just irks me no end why people would actually do that. And the way to get around it, because I hate it. And you know what happens is, if you start talking to these people, then they start cursing you and, get away, you gotta. But they don't realize how difficult it is for disabled people to get in and out of that cuck. Do you know what I'm saying? So one day I was parked my car, and this person parked his car, windgat, big noise, rev, gets out of his car, gets up in the disabled area, gets up and starts walking away. And I blocked him straight. I just shouted out, "Oh, please! Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, look at this gentleman. It's a miracle. He can walk." So we got in his car and left, which is lekker, but it's fun. So there we go. Joe Butt, your son's friend, asked if Paris Hilton. Yeah, actually that happened through Andre Groeneveld. My lighty in school, Robin, who's actually 29 now, my giddy aunt, when he was in school, a smart ass guy in his class said to Robin, is your mom Paris Hilton? And Robin said to him, "No, bro, we in South Africa, my mom is Paris Hilton." There we go. Lach my moeder and Barbie, young husband. Thank you. This is so good. You actually make me feel so flippin' cool. I'm quiet. Thank you, Nurjan Kamarudian. Nurjan, is that right? Nurjahan Khan Kamarudian. You're so quiet, I smoke you. Keep it going, bro. Thank you, bro.
dentist joke.
I was at the dentist.
But a couple of people asked for a dentist joke.
You want a dentist joke? I went to the dentist. The oak said, "Flip sakes, Barry, you got a big cavity. You got a big cavity. You got a big cavity. You got a big cavity." Is that too sharp?
No.
Eh?
Too quick.
While at home, are you serious, Raymond? You trying to sell stuff? Eh? While at home, this COVID-19, you can earn from home about 25 to 40% capital. Serious, Raymond, I love you, bro, but don't use this as a flippin' platform to make money for it. But you can phone me. How much is it? How much am I going to make? Yeah, pilot joke. We've done it. Thanks. So yeah, watch you before. But what's about hotels? Please talk about hotels, Jan Stander. It's cool, you know. I phoned up once, and the guys don't get it. I phoned them up. I said, "Is this room service?" They said, "I said, could you bring me a room with chips?" And they went like, "Thank you, Barbie." Oops, service. I don't know whether. Oh, there they go. I thought I'd lost all the things there. Bucky in the UK. Is it a pickup or is it a pickup? Yo, is it? It's a pickup van. In South Africa, a pickup van is a flippin' Mercedes Benz when you stop for a chick. That's what a flippin' pickup is in South Africa. Have you ever told a joke that never worked? Yes, absolutely, Kathy. I've told a joke that never worked lots of times, because any comic will tell you that they've told jokes that just don't work. So there's quite a few, Kathy. But the thing about being a pro is you just carry on and you make a plan. Yeah, I tell you what happened to me one day. I was like rushing and I was being windgat. And I had 3 gigs booked on one night. 3 gigs booked on one night. And I actually eventually did it 4. I did a lunchtime one, then I did an evening one, then I had one for 8:30, then I had one for 10:30. And I went to the 8:30 one, which was the wrong venue. So I did that. So I actually did that to do another one. So it was a bit of a cock up there. But so they didn't want to pay me and all that. But I accepted it. You know what I did? I took it on the chin. Hello, Gail, Elizabeth Brokingshaw. Hello, darling. How are you? I'm looking good, my friend. You're looking great as well. Well, Gail Elizabeth, we go back a flippin' long time. We go back, Gail and I go back before cell phones. Can I give our age away, Gail? Are you serious? The Hilton Hotel. Dave, thank you very much, Dave.
Posh school.
Who asked you? Andre Jordan replying to Dave. You said Bruce Barry Hilton. Thanks for doing the David. Did you like the David Attenborough bargain and a posh school? Yeah, I went to a rough school. I went to Highlands North High School in Joburg, and then when we moved down to Cape Town, I went to Observatory Boys, which was flippin' tough, bro. But back in the days, I don't know if you remember, I'm 64 now, so back in the days, what school you went to determined how your weekend was going to be, bro. Because if you went to a posh school, or if you went to a rough school, you got respect. You know what I'm saying? Just for the fact you went to a rough school. But if you went to a posh school, you got moved. It was simple as that. You see that? What school do you go to? King David. Is it? Poof. And break Oak's nose and all that cock. Do you know what school do you go to? St. Stephen's. Here's a Vaseline. I'm there in 10, bro. And they say, what school do you go to? Highlands North, brother. Take my dacha. Here's my cheek. Take my condoms. Go. Thank you very much. Lach my moeder en Bobby. Okay. Hey, Jay Jones is all the way from Israel. Israel. Are you talking to the Chief Justice about that cock that happened the other day? Israel. No worries. There we go. Lovely, huh? What about a joke about... You know what, Donnie Gareth Atkins? How about a joke about Lami Zuma? No. Because anybody that thinks you can cure AIDS from beetroot and garlic, in my mind, is a joke. So there we go. Bakhat Berry. Can I do a Trump impression? He's very good. I like him very much. He's a nice guy. He's a personal friend. He's very good. He's very good. Personally, he's great. Makes a few mistakes, but he's great. He's great. He's top class. He's top class. And this is the best it's ever been. That was my my best. There we go. The difference between Cape Town and Josie and how the audiences differ. Actually, we're all South Africans, so they don't really differ that much. It just depends on the Oaks in Joburg seem to be like, bleh, and the Oaks in Cape Town want a bit more sort of finesse, perhaps. So it's a jewel. Lyle English, how's it? Lyle English, my cousin, Hannes van Turner. Do a Desmond Tutu. Yo! I remember doing a Desmond Tutu joke that actually, back in the day, got me plaudits when I was in England, because I first went, it was in 1989, I went to England, I think, or 1986, and there was a joke like that with Desmond Tutu. There was a, I forget how it happened. We went, yeah, he went to a telephone booth, and he picked up the telephone, and he said to them, mirror, mirror upon the wall, who is the fairest bishop of them all? Then he put down the phone, and the other oak on the other line just heard toot 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 toot. But he's cool. He actually stays down the road from me, old Desmond. He literally stays 3 whatever down the road from me. Norman Purdy's watching. Hi from Norwich. Love you. Wish to meet you someday. Bar and Skippers. Anytime, bro. I promise you we'll have 11 between 12 bottles of brandy. No problem, Oaks. Leon Nordier. How's it, Leon? Leon Nordier and I go back a flippin' long time. Leon Nordier. His sister smoked me. How's it, Gary March? You playing music? You having a jaw? Hey?
Can you do Bob Dylan?
Can I do Bob Dylan? Did you know that Bob Dylan just became a record holder? He's the oldest person in the world to get a #1 hit in the UK. How about that? Bob Dylan. He's made 30, folks, listen to this. He's made 39 albums. That's brilliant. Oh, check who's watching me here. My son, Robin Hilton.
Bradley's also on.
Yeah, and Bradley's also on. Bradley, get those flippin' cards, you slap gut. That's my boys. Can I do a shout out to my kids? Tracy, Bradley, Jamie, Robin, Tyler, who are all out of the house now. I miss you terribly. I really do. However, I want to tell you, financially, I am so much better off. I love you, but it's about time you started looking after your old man, okay? Smack you. South Africans in the UK, they don't understand. Oh, South Africans don't understand the UK. But seriously, where you get a roundabout. But in South Africa, a roundabout is when you get on like a little horse that sort of goes around like this. Oh, that's weird. Oak asked me the other day about a barbecue. I don't know if I told you this. What's a barbecue? What's a barbecue? I said, bro, a barbecue in South Africa is where you stand in line to get your hair cut, if the COVID hasn't got you. Okay, my cousins, Robin, what's up, Dad? Kathy Allen, hope everything's cool. I want to tell you some people have passed away with this horrible disease, Oaks. But before I go, I am honored that we just make this thing and you want to come up and have a jaw. Brilliant thing. If you want to send some a message to somebody by something, there's a platform that I've been encouraged to use. It's called myfanpark.com, and I've actually gained a lot of friends on there because I'm doing these messages for people, and then other people sort of phone me up and say, hey, thanks, that was cool, and all that stuff. Sadly, one of the guys I did a message for, he passed away yesterday, and it's really bad. He was in a terrible car crash, and he was in a coma, and he actually picked up COVID-19 in a hospital. So, and he was in such a bad way physically, he passed away. So, Oaks, this is a serious bit. Please be careful. Wash your hands as many times as you can. I mean, somebody told me the other day they washed their hands so many times they found a stamp on here from a disco they went into in 1993. So, Tanya, the Indian joke, I'll do it next time, I promise you. Listening from Amalia, greengrocer joke, dentist joke. Yo, guys, I'm serious. Dame Vera Lynn. Guys, I want to tell you, Gordon Howe. Dame Vera Lynn did get a number one hit, but it was one song. Bob Dylan's got a whole thing. He's got a whole LP, if you would. You're the best. Warner Beach, Arthur. Guys, I want to thank you so much for coming on. My wife said, when are we going to come on again?
On Friday night at 7.
Would everybody like to do on Friday night at 7, please? Friday night at 7. I need you to do this. Contact Sandy, Andre, thank you. Contact Sandy Barry Hilton at Gmail. Have you got that? Sandy Barry Hilton at Gmail. And I promise you, I will actually, I'm going to do this on here. Sandy Barry Hilton at, Plonker at Gmail. I can get this right now, X.com. Okay, Sandy Barry Hilton at gmail.com. Let's just prepare some gags or things you want to talk about, some funny stories from you. Let's have a chat. I will see you, Oaks, on Friday. Hello, Sandra Kutsia, my giddy aunt. How are you, darling? Are you cool? Thank you so much, Sandra. And how's everybody going? And how's your hub and all that stuff? We really must have a braai one day. Trouble is, I stay in the Manus. But if you want to come for the day, it's cool. I'll smoke you out. Love you lots, guys. Thank you very, very much. I've had a jaw. I'm a little bit gutful with this. It's almost 100 days now, Oaks. 100 days. But there always is a positive. You never, ever have to kiss your mother-in-law again. Love you, Oaks. Thanks for coming on. Be cool, my cousins.